friends, welcome into the League Unlocked Studios. My name is Eric Kummel, and playoffs are here. Playoffs are a wild ride, as always. Probably the first three sets in EU and the first game in NA. Maybe the results are kind of what people were expecting, maybe not how they got there. But the last set of the weekend, Clutch versus TSM, was absolutely bonkers. Started the way you might expect. TSM absolutely destroyed Clutch in game one, and they looked like they had a hefty lead in game two, but Clutch came back to win 3 in a row and upset the 3-time defending NA LCS champions. They've never missed a final in the history of the NA LCS until now, and it's the underdog Clutch Gaming squad to do it. So how did they do it? Well, the big turning point in this set definitely came in game two after Clutch gave up 2 kills in that bottom lane to go down 0-2 for first blood. They rebounded, and then 13.5 minutes fighting over the Inferno Dragon. Hakwell goes down early, but he gets a nice Thresh ultimate off the zone. A lot of the guys on Clutch, and they're unable to do much. You see the TP there being completed from Solo on the Gnar, and Apollo hanging out in a pretty safe position, and then you see Solo land the nice 3-man Gnar ulti, and the bottom of your screen, Lyra ults Haunter, interrupting the call of the Forge God, and after that beautiful Gnar ultimate, it's just cleanup duty for the guys around Clutch. He buys enough time for Febiven to come in on the Swain, again near the bottom of your screen. He eventually comes around here and lands a flash 2-man snare on the bottom lane of TSM. Beautiful move there. Febiven was playing out of his mind in this series, even though he himself said he was trolling a bit early on in this game, and then Lyra flashes in for the kill on Mithy. Apollo flashes in to finish off Sven. That would turn into an Infernal Drake for Clutch. They'd eventually turn that into a Rift Herald as well, and that was just... that seemed to tilt TSM, kind of just this whole play. Clutch getting back in that game after a terrible start for them, losing 2 on that bottom lane dive. Febiven thought he had teleport, he used cleanse, even told his teammates, I'm TPing in, be ready. Oh, I have cleanse, just kidding, I'm not coming in at all. From there, the games only got more and more dominant from Clutch. TSM weren't really in games 3 and 4, so game 2 was the deciding factor in this one, and Clutch come up with the massive upset. On Saturday, the game before that, but that was the most crazy one of the weekend. Before that, it was Cloud9 taking on Team Liquid. I thought this one might go to 5 and be a real nail-biter back and forth, but it ends up being a 3-0 sweep for Liquid. And when it's a 3-0 sweep, a lot of the times the turning point, the big play, is in that first opening game, and that was the same case here. It was Xmithy coming up huge for Team Liquid. This looks familiar. Dancing around the Baron Pit, he flashes in on the Skarner. It gets down to 500 HP, and you see Sven Skaren trying to burst it down with the Arctic Assault and Smite combo, but he ends up not even getting his Smite off. Xmithy is there with the happy feet, the trigger happy. He gets it down to fall with the Smite, and then it gets 2 kills for double lift, and you see here Jensen tries to go for the shockwave on Pobelter, who has the nice Zhonya's, but he just barely mistimes the shockwave on that one. Doesn't get the kill on Pobelter. Double lift eventually flashes over for the triple kill. Cloud9 had a pretty significant lead in this game. They had 3 4K leads in this game, and then that Baron turn just completely changed the game in Liquid's favor. They go on to win that game after, again, it's got to be pretty tilting for Cloud9 to have a big lead in that first game and go on to lose it. And then, much like Clutch against TSM, it was 2 more dominant wins against Liquid. Again, Cloud9 had some early leads. They played the early game great in these first, in their 3 games against Liquid, but the late game, it was all Liquid. The macro was just a bit of a mess all around for Cloud9. So Cloud9 and TSM both out in quarters, which is absolutely insane. I mean, these guys seem to play in the finals pretty much every single season, but not the case this time. So big upsets early on in the NA LCS playoffs.